Alright boys, so a different type of video today. Obviously, being a gaming channel, I post gaming content, but as you guys can see, I've been posting a lot of like NFL reaction clips as my YouTube shorts. I've done it on my TikTok if you follow me over there as well. And so you guys been liking it. I was like, we could do an NFL video, and this can be a new weekly series where I give you guys my NFL game predictions, right, of the week. So we're gonna go through all the games, who I think is gonna win. Give it like a little reasoning why. It'd probably be like 30 seconds to a minute. It shouldn't be that long. Should be a 10-minute video if anything. Just kind of, if even, I don't know, just kind of going through them and giving you my picks. Some of them might not need even give the explanation. It just might be me having a gut pick. So yeah, my first like NFL video, I guess you could say. We'll see if you guys enjoy this, and if you guys enjoy this enough, maybe we'll do more NFL content on here, because I can kind of stream more games now instead of just posting them, so it gives me the time to do this. But yeah, let me fix my hair here, and let's start with Thursday night football. Cowboys versus Eagles, the first game of this season. I'm excited for this one. Obviously, division rivals here. They always have good games. Super Bowl champs versus America's team here. If I had to pick, I'm going Eagles. Right? I going Eagles. I don't see any other way Eagles don't lose here or don't win here. Wow, that sentence didn't make sense. Yeah, Eagles are winning here. I just think Eagles are very dominant. They still pretty much have the same team, if not better, with their draft and stuff. Amazing team. Jalen Hurts, he is him, Super Bowl MVP. And also, like, is Cowboys and Dak ready? Right, because Dak is coming off an injury. They just picked up George Pickens, but is he, like, that wasn't too long ago? How much chemistry does he really have with Dak and the team, right? Like, how good is that CD George Pickens duo going to be? I don't know yet. Am I excited for it? Yes, I'm curious to see how good George Pickens does over there. But if I had to choose here, I'm going Eagles. We actually got a game on Friday, which is kind of weird, which is actually going to be on YouTube too. So it's going to be, the whole world can watch it, right? Just have a YouTube account, you can watch it. It's kind of crazy. Mr. Beast did a little trailer video for it that should be posted up on my channel now. That was pretty dope. So Chiefs versus Chargers, another division rival game here. Yeah, I think this will be a good one. A lot of people are going to hate this pick. I'm going to go Chargers here, right? If you guys know, I am a Chiefs hater. I'm a Mahomes hater. I'm a Travis Kelce hater. But that's not the reason why I'm picking Chargers here, right? Because I want to be right. Whether I hate the team or not, I want to be right in these predictions. I'm a competitive guy. The reason I'm going Chargers is I just think Chiefs are starting to fall down. They're not that team anymore, right? We've seen it last year with the Eagles Super Bowl. I think they're going to still have that pressure with them. I think it's going to take them maybe 2 to 3 games. I wouldn't be surprised. This might be a hot take. If Chiefs start 0-2, 0-3, right? They don't win a game till week 3 or 4. I think they'll have to, get back into it, right? Because that loss was bad, bro. That loss was really, really bad. So I just think Chargers are going to be dominant this year. Justin Herbert has Lad McConkey. He has Keenan Allen back, right? So he has a few weapons to throw to. He has Najee Harris running the ball, and then he has that rookie Hampton that we're gonna see if he gets some touches and see how he's gonna do. Chargers defense always good with Derwin James and stuff. So yeah, maybe a hot take here. I'm going Chargers. And we're in the 1 o'clock games on Sunday here. Gonna go my team here, as you can see with the hat. If you can't tell already, being a Bucks fan, Bucks versus Falcons. Call me biased. I'm going Bucks, but honestly, I don't even think this is biased. Even though Falcons do look really good this year, and I think it's going to be between Bucks and Falcons who win the division, in my opinion. I think Panthers and Saints are going to be the bottom two. It's going to be Bucks and Falcons fighting for it. It's going to be one of us two that win this division this year. I'm still going Bucks. I mean, Bucks just, their team is so stacked, man. If Baker is playing good, our team is a top tier. And honestly, call me crazy, probably top 3 NFC team right now if Baker's playing good. Right, and he has a Mika Buka now. Did we lose Chris Godwin for a few weeks here? Yeah, we did, but again, I'm not worried about that because of the Mika Buka pick, right? If we didn't pick up Mika Buka, I might pick Falcons here. I might be a little scared because I'm like, all right, Baker doesn't really have weapons. We've seen what happened last year when Chris Godwin got hurt, and we didn't really have the weapons to throw to, and Mike Evans got hurt, and there's just dog crap stuff going on there. But yeah, I think Baker has what? Mike Evans to throw to, Mika Buka, Jalen McMillan. I think, Jalen McMillan's hurt as well. So Mika Buka, Mike Evans, K. Dot, and he has Bucky Irving, Rashad White duo. Yeah, whether we got a few injuries or not, I think Bucks are still winning this. I think this will be a close game, though. I wouldn't be surprised if Bucks win by a field goal, honestly. All right, and then we got Bengals versus Browns. Ooh, this one's actually harder than you think. Like, I think Joe Flacco is actually going to have a field day. I think he's going to come out and shine. I think that's what Joe Flacco has been doing the last few years. You know, being in his last few years of football and being older now is like his first like 3 to 4 games he shines and then he starts falling off, which is why they got to bring somebody else in like last year, Jameis Winston or whatever. Or they had to switch it up because Joe Flacco just not in his prime anymore. He's old. I just don't think he can play a whole season and bring a team to playoffs or even Super Bowl, right? But I think he will dominate the first game. But we can't forget about the Bengals and Joe Burrow. This one is one of the harder ones. But I can't go no to Joe Burrow, right? Like if I had to choose between a prime Joe Burrow, between almost retiring Joe Flacco, I'm going Joe Burrow here. So I'm going Bengals for this one. Miami Dolphins versus the Colts. I think this one's actually pretty simple. I'm going to go Dolphins. Whether or not Dolphins are 50-50, because one week they look like the best team in the NFL, and then the next they look like the worst team in the NFL. They're the most inconsistent team I've seen in a hot minute and some years here. But again, I don't see Daniel Jones and the Colts doing too much this year. I'm going to be honest with you. Whether they got the studs or not, whether they got Jonathan Taylor, Jaylen Warren, Josh Downs, right? They got those studs and weapons. I just don't see Danny Dimes beating the Dolphins defense. I think the Dolphins defense is very, very underrated. So yeah, I'm going to go Dolphins here. I wouldn't be surprised if Dolphins have a good first half year and start falling off second half like they normally do for some reason. So yeah, Dolphins for sure. All right, Panthers versus Jags here. I'm honestly going to go Jags. I think this is very simple. I said this in my Bucks and Falcons prediction. I think Panthers are going to be the bottom two of that division. Panthers and Saints are going to be too hot this year. Also, Jags look fun. They just got Travis Hunter. I think Trevor Lawrence is very underrated. Yeah, Jags aren't as bad as everyone thinks. I think if it's mainly Trevor Lawrence either getting hurt or playing bad. I know you can say that about a lot of teams, but I really do think Trevor Lawrence, when he's on a good day, he's pretty dangerous. So I think it's pretty easy Jags here over the Panthers. And then we got Raiders versus Patriots. I'm going to go Patriots here, personally. But honestly, this one's harder than people think. I could flip a coin and pick one here. Patriots look fun with Drake May, right? He's been doing his thing. He's been shining. That team looks fun, right? They just got the best lineman in the draft, so Drake May is going to have that blocking. But Raiders also look fun as well, obviously picking up Ashton Jency. They got Geno Smith over there, which is a good bet, right? They got the weapons. Defense looks good with Max Crosby over there. So I think this will be one of the better games of week one for sure, like competitive-wise, going back and forth. But I think Drake May will get it done at the end of the day. I think this is time that Patriots need to finally step it up because they haven't really done much since Tom Brady left them. All right, and then Cardinals versus Saints. Probably the game I do not want to watch this week, personally, because, obviously I hate the Saints. And then what are Cardinals really going to do this year? We'll see. We'll see what they do with Kyle Murray. But if I had to pick, I'm going Cardinals because, in my opinion, whether I'm a Saints hater or not, I think us NFL fan base can agree that Saints, at the moment, looks like they're going to be the worst team in the NFL unless they surprise us or whatever, or they pick up some people through the season. I don't know, but it looks like they will be the worst team in the NFL. So I'm going to Cardinals here, and it's still Kyle Murray. Whether he's not doing as great as we thought he would, he's still talented. He's still Kyle Murray. He still has Marvin Harrison to throw to. He still has Trey McBride to throw to. I'm easily going Cardinals here. And then we got Steelers versus Jets, which this will be fun. This will be fun because we got Justin Fields versus his old team here. Both look fun, right? We finally got DK Metcalf on the Steelers. We got Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers. I know Steelers probably one of the teams that people want to see the most this year because they have a lot of changes this year. It's just like a whole different team now. Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, wada. But yeah, so I'm going Steelers here. I'm actually a big Justin Fields fan. I might be his only defender out there. But again, whether I like Justin Fields or not, the Jets team themselves, it's not just Justin Fields, not the greatest at the moment, right? Again, they have the studs like Sauce Gardner and stuff, Quentin Williams, but I just don't think it's going to be enough to beat the Steelers. And I think Steelers are going for a Super Bowl this year. They're going to have a very good year, which is why Aaron Rodgers only did a 1-year contract and why they're like paying everybody over there. Like Steelers, like we're either winning the Super Bowl this year or we're not winning the Super Bowl for the next decade because they wasted all their money, draft picks, everything for this year. So Steelers are going all in. I'm going Steelers here. And then I'm going Giants versus Commanders. I'm actually going to go Commanders here, right? I know we're all excited for the Giants. I know we're all excited for Jackson Dart or Russell Wilson or Jameis, whoever they start over there. They have a few quarterbacks that could all be starter, right? Malik Neighbors is Himothy. But like Tyron Tracy stepped it up last year. I just don't see Giants beating Commanders. I mean, Commanders, obviously a top 4 team last year, making the championship. I don't think they changed that much. If anything, they got better. Jaden Daniels is going to shine. and Commanders are going to be one of the top tier teams, maybe top 5 NFL teams this year, and I don't even think that's like a hot take. So yeah, going Commanders here. And then we got Titans versus Broncos. This is actually a good one, honestly, because we got Bo Nix and the Broncos, and they stepped it up last year. They surprised everyone last year. People knew Bo Nix was good, but I don't think people thought Bo Nix was going to be that good his first year, right? But he easily developed like that. Bam, chemistry for everybody in the Broncos, chemistry with Courtland Sutton and stuff. So I'm gonna go Broncos here, but don't disrespect the Titans and Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward's gonna have a good year. I think everyone's dogging on them. Like, I see people saying Titans are gonna be one of the worst teams this year. I disagree heavily on that. I think Titans are gonna be pretty good. I'm not saying they're gonna make playoffs or anything, but like I don't see them being one of the worst teams. I think Cam Ward's gonna be fun, but again, his first game in the NFL, I don't think he's gonna win it. You're talking about Cam Ward, first game to Bo Nix, amazing first year. I think Bo Nix has a little bit of edge on him and more weapons with him, so if I had to choose, I'm going Broncos here. We got 49ers versus the Seahawks. Seahawks look a little different this year, right? They have Sam Darnold at quarterback now. They got Cooper Kupp over there. They still got their studs like K9. So Steelers still look dangerous. 49ers, they always, like, roster-wise, depth chart-wise, they look dangerous. They have kind of fallen off, obviously, ever since they're going to the Super Bowl, so a few years ago. So they're not that team anymore, but do they be that team again, right? They still got Brock Purdy, they still got CMC, they still got George Kittle. They lost Deebo Samuel, but really, what was he doing? So we'll see. I think these are both fun teams to look out for. I don't think it's two teams that people aren't really talking about, but could easily both make playoffs. Obviously, a division game here. Honestly, I could flip a coin here and pick one, but if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with 49ers, man. They got CMC back. I think Sam Darnold still needs to get that chemistry with Seahawks, and if CMC is healthy, I think 49ers are one of the top tier teams. That's how dangerous CMC is. That's how good CMC is. So yeah, I'm going 49ers here. We got Lions versus the Packers. Probably one of the most fun games, I guess you could say, week 1, like, because these are two teams that could easily make a Super Bowl run this year, especially Lions. Green Bay depends on how Jordan Love plays, but if he plays how he was the second half of last year, yeah, Green Bay could definitely be up there in top tier teams. So very fun game here. If I had a pick, I'm gonna go Lions. Lions are very dominant. I don't see them losing week 1. Again, I think they're probably the best NFC team. It's either them or Eagles. Probably second. I'll give it to Eagles winning the Super Bowl. But yeah, they're top 3 NFC teams right now. The Lions are that team. They have dangerous weapons. They have that Jamar Gibbs, David Montgomery duo, Jared Goff throwing them on St. Brown. Their defense, the best duo safety out there. Yeah, Lions are beating Packers. But like I said, I think this will be a fun game, a close game. Packers is not going to let them easily have this. I think they'll go back and forth. But at the end, I think Lions will probably win by like 10 or something. Like I said, nothing too crazy, but like a few possessions there. Then we got Texans versus Rams. Another fun one here. No, I just said that last thing, but another fun one. Yeah, CJ Stroud versus Matthew Stafford. I'm actually going to go Texans here because of Matthew Stafford's back problems. If Matthew Stafford is fully healthy, I would actually go Rams here. I always think Rams are always underrated the last few years. I just think depth chart-wise, the weapons they have, they should be talked about more, but people really don't. I don't know why Matthew Stafford literally won a Super Bowl with them, and I just feel like we kind of forgot about that. That team is really good. But again, CJ Stroud's really good. I know he didn't have the great sophomore year in the NFL, but I think it's still CJ Stroud. Every year, not every quarterback is going to have a great year. I mean, if you really want to say that, Patrick Mahomes didn't have a great year last year. And look at him. He has 30 Super Bowl rings, and he still made the Super Bowl last year. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? I think CJ Stroud will bounce back this year. He has his weapons back. It's going to be a fun team. And with Matthew Stafford's back injury, who knows if Matthew Stafford even plays. If he does, he'll probably be limited. So I'm going to go Texans here. And we got Baltimore Ravens versus the Bills. Probably like the most like playoff game you could say. Unless you want to count like Lions and Green Bay. But yeah, I mean, Baltimore and Bills, I think everyone, in my opinion, these are my top 2 AFC teams. Right? I know everyone's going to be like, where's Chiefs? I'm a Chiefs hater, so screw them. But yeah, Ravens, Bills, Lamar versus Josh Allen. This is hard. Because both of these teams I would think would win their week 1 games, but they're versing each other, so only one can win here. I'm going to go Ravens. I think Ravens do this every year where they have a really good record. They choke mainly in playoffs, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ravens only have 3 to 4 losses this year, regular season, and because that's usually how they've been playing the last 2 to 3 years. Is really they look like they're gonna win the Super Bowl every year regular season. Everyone's like, all right, that's my by the halfway mid season, we're like, that's my Super Bowl pick. I'm putting $100 on them. And it comes playoffs, they look like a different team and they just fumble. I don't know what happens. Ravens don't know what to do in playoffs, but this is not playoffs. This is week 1. I'm going Ravens over the Bills here. All right, last game of week 1, Monday Night Football. Vikings versus the Bears here. Division game. This is a hard one, right? Because you have sophomore season Caleb Williams going up against sophomore season technically J.J. McCarthy, but J.J. McCarthy didn't get to play his rookie year. So, this is like, we don't really know too much about J.J. McCarthy. If I had to swing one way, I'm going to go Bears just because I know what Bears can do with Caleb Williams. Even though I know they didn't have a great year last year, I think Caleb Williams is very talented. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's going to bounce back this year. I think he just needs time to develop. Not every rookie can have a great first year, right? It's 50-50, right? You could say that about Bryce Young. Look at Bryce Young now. He's bouncing back. Not everyone can be Bo Nix, right? Or they have a great, or Jaden Daniels. I guess that's a better example. That's a rookie that made it to the championship. But I think Caleb Williams will do really good this year. And I still got to see J.J. McCarthy play in the NFL game before I start picking Vikings over people, even though he has Jay Jettas to throw to and stuff. Yeah, and they lost Jordan Addison, I believe. I don't even know if Jordan Addison's playing week 1. Someone let me know that. But yeah, I'm going Bears here. I think Bears wrap it up against Vikings. All right, so those are all my NFL game picks of week 1 here. If you guys like this, I'll continue it. If you guys don't give a crap and just want me to game, that's fine. I won't do this anymore. Like I said, it didn't take me too long. It took me like 20 minutes to do here, 10 minutes to edit. It won't be too much, 30 minutes of my life. Like I said, not the biggest deal of the world. If y'all don't want it, that's fine. But if you guys enjoy this, I got to see the likes. I got to see the comments. I got to see the views, because if it doesn't have good views, likes, comments, or whatever, right, I'm going to assume y'all don't care, and I'm not going to do it. And then the guys that do care, I'm like, where's these NFL videos at? It didn't look like you guys seem to care. So it takes a second of your life. Like I said, it's going to take me 30 minutes probably to altogether get this video done. But for you, it's 2 seconds. Like, or 10 seconds. Comment. Boom, boom, boom. Right? It's not that hard, boys. It's not that hard. So do that for me. But I hope y'all enjoyed. Drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. And football is back, baby. Week 1. Tell me your predictions down below in the comments.